Here you are giving field title, you are giving values, you are giving title, you are giving a program, you are giving coordinator, you are giving venue, you know, you are giving asset type. These are the metadata files. Metadata is basically giving it some description. Every time you give a description to an asset, so that that search will happen or rights can be given to that. That is your metadata. Lastly, under asset management, you will also allocate define custom method as a function allowing administrative users to set up customized metadata. Or components in the metadata allow for researchers to be tailored so that desired assets can be found quickly and efficiently. Define custom meta, field title, field required, definite values, asset type, video, audio, image, or other example. If you create a loudness metadata, you know, this is a large file metadata, depends upon what you want to do.
Attributes for reference.
Yeah. And you can video assets. You can to preview a particular asset and double click the assets in the upright corner of the asset. This will drop down a menu with options. Preview images will be shown as proxy images. So it's a video asset, image asset, audio asset. Asset preview from the previous screen we have the function that are the metadata annotation. Then it has the metadata annotation and it has the asset which is there. That a video will have keyframes, subclips, embedded options. This function also can be used. Now delivery settings, you can send it to whom want to. EDL as an edit decision list. So EDL delivery, send it to FTP, send a link, send it to Brightcove or Hotstar, send it to encoding.com, send it to Wire. So you delivery settings of the assets. So the transcode will be delivered, the formats required will be different. Yeah? This is when you are getting the assets. When you are bringing the assets from the camera, you can ingest it, you can put in a watch folder, you can put in a web upload folder, you can put it, go to an FTP server. Or EMAM is a company, you can put it into EMAM feeder, which is basically this EMAM is a company which manages it. It's a software company. So you can actually web upload it, you can put in a watch folder, depending upon when you're capturing the assets and putting it, you know. So you have different folders to put your assets. Accordingly, it will send it across to you automatically. So it is like an assembly line. So in a special camera made a camera module, they have a page or content in a complex folder. If you drag the content of a card into a MAM feeder, so वो क्या होता है जब ये camera you'll see that there is a card, you know, the capture card. When you're putting that card in to the MAM feeder, you will be asked to provide a specific name for that camera card. MAM will make file structure on the card. All the content will be organized into a category which will contain the same formula which the camera contains. So जो फॉर्मेट कैमरा पे है वही तुम्हारे इस पे आएगा. So the MAM system will automatically generate a preview of the video content. Inside MAM you can deliver or archive all the content in the card together. You know, so you can even send it across to the card. You got the same file. So you're following the same format. So in an EDL it becomes very easy. If you make proxy use or something and you're using that. You will get a sample file structure for a P2 card. EMAM will keep the structure of camera format P2PS are contained in a complex format. If you drag the content of the content in the MAM feeder, you have to provide a specific name for that card, and it will be these are the formats CPF, THL, XML. These are the formats which are the clips. Then you can have advanced searches. You know, you can when performing a basic procedure, many of the assets contain the desired key. For example, if many assets contain show or episode, too many assets will appear. So a daily show, to so many assets. To narrow down the results, you can go and refine search. I want particular video, I want particular audio, I want categories all, I want asset online storage. You know. I want ingested by. You can, for example, you are searching through episodes of send feed, scripts and closed caption field. You want to search for how many episodes George was in that particular thing. You can narrow down that search. You just check out the closed caption box on the search enter, Vendello in the search, and magnifying it, last icon will get all the sets of particular thing. So you categorize it, you bring it to a microscopic search, and that is how your metadata is put into it. So you get that particular scene. That's what I'm coming again to. Advanced search. Simple search is any scene. Advanced search is a scene with George is in Vendello picture. Select the project name. This is the project. When you get a project, you want to see all the project. I've done a film, Sonia's gig, and what all the assets sets, information pertaining to that is modified and signed this way in browser, and thumbnail images. So in my particular movie, Sonia's gig or whatever, I will find the thumbnails of all the sets of my project, all the scenes. So today we have shot together. This guy shot us. Then all the scenes of today's asset management course will be in that project folder. All that sets up a variety of features, including the upper right, preview, look for it, approve, annotate, history of the set, comments, what is the metadata for it, subclips, it is embedded asset, keyframes for each asset. Like you have keyframes especially for animation. Ye keyframe at frame number 1 to frame 10th is my keyframe. So all those keyframes will be marked so that it's easier to work. Keyframe, archive, restore, purge, add to project, assign to category, add to delivery queue, add to these are the asset features. Click on the pull down menu and apply asset and will show you the full list. Now there are, this is, I'm going very fast, but it's too much to tell you guys and for you to grasp also. This is very vast. Yeah. That's why I didn't get into this in the beginning because it will bore you guys. So I got into it much later so that you get into a much deeper thing. Now you have a database cluster, you can have a web asset server, you can have an application server, you can have online storage, and you can have archive storage and a cloud storage. So archive storage, you're storing it for archiving. So you having different servers, a cloud storage. Also, it's good to have different servers because you never know where something might go corrupt. Like I tell you an example, I went to National Film Archives Pune about 15 years ago, and I told them that I will archive everything, and I've given them only a 25 lakh rupees budget, and they didn't do it. And within 6 months after that, unfortunately, the assets. Lot of the assets like the newspaper, everything was burnt up. There was a fire. If they listened to me, at least you would have that data. So, asset you need, it is not only archive storage, online storage. You need to keep your assets in various places, even your content. क्या होता है काम करके आदमी lose सारे. Even when I was doing this today, I was not able to find a file there. I got desperate. In the night I started like, किधर मैंने किया ये पूरा presentation दिया ये किया, and then I went to searches and what I do is in this two I've gone through 3 film school teaching. This is the third MIT School of Film Intelligence Pune. I was there before this, so that ISFM, and this is now my fourth film. So I put all my content, a lot of it which are important files, which I can repeatedly work in Kudet. So this is stored as well as I'm putting it on the cloud. And on my Mac, iMac I have at home, my son's iMac. So I put it on that also. So, because it is, technology is changed, but the worst content, the aesthetics of this thing is the same. And I have to go through the entire process. So that is how it is. So there are scan server, the application server, and you have a database cluster. So application servers are where you put your asset management software. You got my point? The asset management software will be DAM software, and your online storage will be where you put an archive storage and cloud and Cloud storage is online and cloud. These are basically storage for your system. Your online storage or cloud storage, you might put proxy. You might not put your regular archive storage for your this thing. Database is to create the data, like metadata and all, you need your data. Yeah? Web cluster is gateway. This is EMAM they are doing mobile cluster. Application server is the application server. This is the minimum required for SQL. SQL is what runs as a and online storage is in case you want to put all your files online and archive it. Or archive storage. So depend upon what you want to do with it. You know. So nearline system. What happens is in an organization, especially like I'm working with IL Digital, Balaji Telephonics, and they cannot afford, even if Balaji is there in making crores of rupees, but they cannot afford to put all the content on this online. The first thought is कुछ भी आएगा वो डालेंगे, but you see we have done one class 40 GB का आता है और 300 GB, उतना तो online में डालेगा तो it's expensive, you know. So I have to explain them. Then you only put proxies there. Only put proxy files. Yeah, virtualization. And then only those proxies you can get, and you have your server below. You run a EDL and punch it with the EDL. It is decision list. When that particular file you can call, no? Address that particular.
Many clusters are joined.
Yeah, most of the clusters are. They have a network. All the clusters are there. That is how joint storage of clusters is making a lot of. That is how it is now. You don't require different clusters are making it easier for a network.
Giant data nodes used to make virtual.
Yeah, virtual. So here you have a MAM network. You have tape based, as we are talking about the original. Then you have live feed. You have coming in from hard drives. You have got media files. These are the different and you have you're storing it on this is a cluster server and database server. This is RAID server. RAID basically works in a thing which it picks up from different hard disks and it runs in a different disk array.
That was a red wire.
Red one, yeah.